Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Darkness Within, in pursuit of Loth Nolder. I'm Kamchak Fisko, and come join me for the next stop on the Horror Rush. 3/3/2011, so this is like 2 weeks later? 3 weeks later? Before tending to the outdoors areas, I decided to restore the interior of the house. To do this, I was assisted by the original blueprints. When I was checking the antique furniture last night in order to decide what to throw away, I found one carved wooden statue in a strange, well-like dig, whose opening was carefully covered with a single piece of rusty metal plate. It sounds like it's oddly structured. And some wooden blocks. I don't mean layout, I mean just the sentence. Sorry, I'm like tripping over this because I want to say this is not translated, but I'm not sure because it's like throwing me. I had not checked this room before, since its key was not given to me with the others. I might have noticed this beforehand, but I didn't have much time to get the keys, being busy with company agreements. And the man from whom I bought this house was abroad traveling. Incidentally, there's another point I can't continue without mentioning. That room, which oddly enough contains a well, had no electric wiring. It is really strange that, in contrast, all the other rooms have electricity. So I had to light up the room with some lanterns I had found amongst the old furniture in the house. I felt a slight cold draught coming from within the carefully covered well, and occasionally I heard some rattling sounds, but because I didn't have a strong enough flashlight, I couldn't examine the situation down below. I even threw a few small wooden blocks down, but I only heard sounds which made me think that the ground at the bottom is covered with mud. As soon as possible, I'm going to buy a stronger flashlight and try to examine down below. There isn't even the slightest clue regarding the reason for digging such a well. Maybe it is an entrance to an underground room which was dug for the purpose of taking shelter during an extraordinary situation, such as a war. I wanted to take a look down there, but the ladder at the side seemed too rusty and flimsy. I decided that trying it would be too dangerous, so I tried to find another way. But I couldn't find anything useful at the time. I swear that lightning sounds like it's out my window. I mean, the audio's good, if it's making me think that. The carved wooden statue is a complete enigma. I have no idea what it depicts. Whenever I hold it, due to reasons I can't comprehend, I feel that it is very ancient. It was carved smoothly from a species of tree that I don't recognize, and it contains a secret compartment. I think that I unintentionally did something because it opened by itself. Or maybe it was already open. I am not sure. But there was nothing in the secret compartment. It was completely empty. Oddly enough, I felt that it had once stored something very precious. In addition, a beautiful yet subtle smell is dispersing from within the secret compartment. I cannot tell what it is, but maybe it's some type of incense. Okay, that's a little strange, man. You sure it's not something else? 3/24/2011, so later that month. Like, 21 days later, I think. 21 days, right? Yeah, 21 days later. I think I've really started to get used to the house. During the first weeks, although I even hid this from myself, I felt like I wasn't going to get used to being here. I was jumping at every creak and cautiously listening to every sound. I kept waking up because of some excessively dense, strange smells whose sources I couldn't identify. And then I wasn't able to get back to sleep again. Yes, this may sound childish, but this house has a genus loci that is really effective. A genus loci? I'm gonna have to look that up. As if all the creaks which are heard within and all the musty smells are alien. Maybe some of the stories I have heard from some of the local people have influenced my thinking. The importance of these stories, most of them being related to the old owners of the house, seems too much for the local people. When they talk about these matters, a tone dominates their voices that is a mixture of awe and reverence, and as though they are being afraid of being heard, they start to whisper. According to these stories, this quarter is one of the first settlements of Wellsmouth, and for this reason, the houses which are standing now are the reconstructed Or at least vastly restored versions of the old original ones. There was a special purpose for trying to keep some of the houses intact, and they are too tight-lipped about this purpose. They mention some of the connections in deep wells like the one I found in my house, but they refrain from describing the purpose of these. If I investigate further, I hope to learn more about these connections or deep wells. 4/21/2011, so this is almost a month later. I have completed all the preparations for the restoration and hired a competent and experienced team. They will start working next week to change all the inner wooden planking and wallpaper. That's oddly specific. I hope that with these changes I can stop all these musty and other unknown smells. I can't say that Ivar likes this restoration process. I imagine he wouldn't, because you're destroying the original house. He asserted that such changes are going to destroy the original genus loci, and he argued with me on this for a long time. For some reason I could not understand, I can't stop thinking that he was more angry than he let on. Yes, I know that he's really sensitive about such topics, but I can't change his opinions. I told him that this is going to be a restoration that is based on the original design. I am not going to change my mind about this. As soon as possible, I want to have the restoration process completed. Why are you so obsessed about that, dude? Obviously the smells and the noises bothered you, but it seems like you had other reasons for that, man. Alright, time to head to the next destination, but first I'm going to save the game. Just in case we missed anything. So for now I'm going to keep it on this save game, but as we go to different destinations I'll put it on different save slots. Just to make it easier to jump to locations in case we screw up or miss something or whatever. So away we go. Okie dokie. Clark Field's residence. Well, let's go find out about this freaky old house, shall we? No. Okay, I think I actually do get to read this. This place welcomes one with a threatening sulk. You reach it by climbing through serpentine, shady, tunnel-like streets, where the houses bulge and lean against each other, and the hostile natives peer out of the windows and doors furtively. Snazzy place. The interior looks much different from the exterior would suggest. It looks so mysterious. I think I can find something here. Okay, so... got a lamp with a bunch of moths buzzing around it. A vase. Obviously the exit. Door to the left, door up ahead, upstairs, and 2 doors to the right. Can I... okay, I can't interact with anything from where I am right now, so let's, yeah, let's explore this room first. Alright, anything interactable? Anything at all? Nope. Alright, so we got 2 doors, we got the door to the left, so that's 3 doors. Let's explore this crap over here before we go wandering over there. Can't search those. Can't look at the clock. Can't look at anything here. Which is a little weird, to be perfectly honest. Why can we move here if there's no point? Is the door... yeah, that's what I thought. The door was another step. I'm hoping at some point we can actually interact with the crap there that's on this little dresser and whatnot, because otherwise... I heard that. Otherwise, what's the point? Wow, we just pole vault to the top of the stairs, don't we? Oh, wow, and they're around the corner. Alright, so, since this is all one room and it's not transitionary, door-wise, we will explore up here. Clock we can't interact with. This blatantly looks like oh yeah, that is a door. Okay, I was going to say, I thought there was a door to my right. Okay, so there's a door, or there's a door to the right, to the left. English. Alright. We look at the table. Clock stopped at 6:55 a.m. That's a little strange. An unreadable paper. What do you mean unreadable? That's strange. I guess we need some kind of cipher to be able to read it. Okay, we can click on here, but there's nothing here. That's starting to seem like a commonality here. Pieces of paper and furniture randomly scattered about. I can't interact with the papers at all? That's weird. Now let's go over here. Oh, this is a purse. I didn't realize that. The case of Alfonso Rugger. Summarized below are the known psychological problems caused by taking hallucinogenic mixture called Diversahe. Crap, I can't remember how to say that. During the heightened emotional state, excessive anger, worry, and fear. That's the same chemical from that they were giving us in Canarium for us to have the little alternate detach from our brains and go to the alternate reality visits. I know that drug. These psychological problems can sometimes be extremely harsh and even lead to permanent madness. It is known that some esoteric ethnic groups use this secret mixture in their religious rites and festivals. A typical example of this can be found in the notes of the famous occultist and philosopher Alfonso Rugger. Alfonso, yes, there's no V in there, stupid. Did it October 2nd, 1833. I'm doing great today. His notes cover the period of time from the 11th of October 1832 to the time of his death on the 12th of November 1833. I'm not reading with the right accent. For more information, please refer to the book Diversahe? I don't remember how to say that. Diversahe? It's going to bug me until I remember what it is. A Black Void. This relates to his experiences with... You know what? Give me 1 second. For more information, please refer to the book Diversahe, A Black Void, which relates his experiences with Diversahe, and was compiled after his death from his handwritten records. October 2nd, 2033. After extensive trials, I can say that it, Diversahe, has profound effects. Its ability to alter consciousness is unbelievable. Unfortunately, my detailed research has only uncovered a few fragments of information about this mixture. Even though its effects are short-lived, the experience is very powerful. It is difficult to describe, but I would say that it pushes the soul to its very limits. I must add that I feel a strange sensation from it, as though it creates an emptiness inside the body. But of course, these are very vague descriptions of my experience. Perhaps someone else would describe it differently, to say the least. Okay then. The hell was that? Alright, so we looked at that. Next room. A doorway, and 2 doorways over there, and doorways everywhere! Alright, let's go back to the first floor and see if we can start chipping through the rooms. We obviously don't want to go in the room with the well, but we do want to explore the other rooms. Freaking moths, go away! Nobody likes you. Did I find the well room right off the... Okay, no, good, I was going to say. Nothing over here to interact with. I can't interact with that, oddly enough, even though that looks very... out of... like there's something inside the cabinet, like a grate or something leading through the wall. That's weird. Can't grab the screwdriver. So there's this, which might interconnect to the other room? Possibly? My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoyed. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, keep up the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.